Today, I would like to demonstrate MotionTwin, an Unreal Engine plugin developed by RealTwin, which uses artificial intelligence to generate animations in Unreal Engine. An integration of generative AI with Unreal Engine, MotionTwin provides the ability to generate and edit human animations through simple text prompts and trajectory control with keyframes and sequencer. We'll be demonstrating single prompts, multi-prompts. To begin, you need to download and install the plugin, including configuring the API for it. And to download the plugin, go to docs.realtwin.org/MotionTwin/installation. And you can see there are 3 plugins available for the 3 current and more recent versions of Unreal Engine 5.1, 5.2, and 5.3. I am going to download the 5.3 version of the plugin. There we go. And from my downloads folder, I will extract the plugin. I'm going to quickly rename it to just MotionTwin. Excellent. And now that's ready to be copied over to the new project that we're going to create. Just launching Unreal Engine right now. And I'm going to create a blank project, selecting film, video, and live events, blank. I'll leave the starter content checked, and I'm just going to name the project My MotionTwin project. You can name it anything you want. Excellent. Now that the project is created, I will go to the content folder and select Show and Explore. And I'll just come up to the MotionTwin project, my MotionTwin project directory, and create a new folder here called Plugins. And I will take a copy of the MotionTwin folder that we generated by extracting that zip, and I will place it into the plugins folder. Now we just do need to restart Unreal Engine. I'm just going to jump right into that My MotionTwin project. Excellent. Let's just close the content browser and go to project settings. Search for MotionTwin, and here you can see that there's a field for the API key. The API is provided by RealTwin when you register for using MotionTwin. Here I am placing the API key provided by RealTwin, and we should be ready to go. To begin, select Tools, and you can see the MotionTwin functionality available to you under the Tools menu. There's Motion Generation, Motion Edit, and Motion Load, all under a MotionTwin heading. Let's select Motion Generation, and that opens the Motion Generation window. The Motion Generation tool allows you to generate animations giving 1 or more text prompts as input. So we're doing a single prompt now. You can see by simply expanding the action section here. There is the prompt field. There's frames. And the suggested frame range right now is 70 to 180 frames. You could simply slide across to set it to 180, and you could see how the seconds adjust automatically when you do that. And let's just try out a single prompt. In the prompt field, enter "a person is walking." Select generate after entering in the prompt. You could generate multiple prompts and they will run consecutively. So here are a few more just by simply replacing the prompt in the action field, in the prompt field. A person is walking backwards. As you can see, they're queuing up here. A person is running. And the person is kicking their legs. And you can see that all of these are running all at once. You can define one or more actions by adding or removing elements in the action array to do multi-prompts. And to add an item to the array, just click on the plus button. And you can see that a second array item, index 1, came up. We start always at index 0 with an array. And here are 4 steps. And I just basically follow the same steps we did before, maximizing everything to 180 in terms of frames. So I generate the probability of generating something consumable just increases when you include more frames. And we have a person is walking forward. A person is walking backwards. A person is running forwards. Person is jumping in place. How we want this one to end. And that's a multi-prompt. Just to bring your attention to this last job here that was run. It's running, and then you could see that the completed jobs are marked as completed. And you can demonstrate that the MotionTwin folder is created upon generation of these animations, and the completed animations are dropped inside the MotionTwin folder. Here's the last one that's running. You don't have to wait around for these to complete. You can continue working inside of the project. And let's just go to a couple of these recently run examples. You could see that for a single prompt, the prompt details are stored in the file name. But for a multi-prompt, which is about to come through right now in a little bit, you could grab the information by right-clicking on the resulting animation, going to Asset Actions, and then selecting Show Metadata for the job ID. And then it'll give you a breakdown of all of the prompts and the duration for each prompt that was used. So I'll show you that for the multi-action, multi-prompt that we just plugged in here. Coming soon. What I also want to demonstrate is metahumans and retargeting metahumans. But before we do that, let me just show you here. So here is the multi-prompt, multi-action prompt. And then if you go to Asset Actions and show metadata, you could see the 4 various prompts that made up the one job. and the duration for each that we requested, which was 180 frames. To view an animation, you just simply double click on it. And here's the timeline for the animation. This is a person is kicking their legs example. And let's take a look at the 4 actions. Like it's coming through nicely. Running forward. And we have a jump in place here. Perfect. Excellent. And let's select Tools, Motion Generation. And this brings our motion generation window up. We'll do a single prompt and we'll increase the frames to 180. And let's do a person is doing jumping jacks. Now, it's very simple to get the mesh and IK rig associated to the animation for the Metahuman. In the target mesh field, what you need to look for is the MED_NRW_body. With that selected, then target IK rig, select IK Metahuman_Metahuman, and select generate. Let's take a look at a person is doing jumping jacks. That's looking good. Now, in order to see our Metahuman performing the jumping jacks, what you need to do is you need to come over to the details of the Metahuman and select the body. And inside of the animation section, just change that to use animation asset. It is use animation blueprint by default. Change to use animation asset. And then take the animation, drag it into the anim to play field. You can do that in 2 ways. Just even selecting the other animation. You just can also click on use selected asset from content browser. And that will do the same thing. And let's just give it a play and see what it looks like. Let's come in a little closer. Looks good.